name's Tim Hanowski. I put your bow together. I'm going to show you how to put this together. You'll get it. These little legs will be put together for you already. They'll just be folded in. This will not be in here. You'll have to put that on. I got one leg installed already. So you just slide the other legs in the hole. And you find the bolt hole. Alright. Get the nut on there. Now these you want to snug up pretty dang tight. And once you get these brackets are what gets mounted on your chair. Okay? The loose side, there's a loose side, and that goes to the front of your chair. Oh, excuse me. The tight side goes to the front of your chair. So this half is clearance for these rods to slide in, and then so it'll guide these posts in, and then once it gets to this back side, these are a press fit. So once you tighten these down, it'll lock this bow, the carriage, into your chair. So again, the loose side goes to the back of your chair. Okay? So these will be sitting like that, and then you'll be able to adjust these to fit into your chair, and then lock these down so it's secure and tight and all that. So these are going to be the only real problem for you, is mounting these on your chair, but they're all pre-drilled. You have to get some bolts, or I'll try and send some bolts with you, or with this, so you can mount it on your chair. Okay, so this is all put together. Like I said, this goes on here like that, and then tighten that down, and you can adjust the height, obviously. Alright, so now we're going to put the bow together. So you have the limbs. You have this little plastic piece here. There is a special direction that it goes, and you want to insert it in here and slide it to about the center of the bow, and then you want to slide this together like I can't do it because you're watching me here. There's a definite direction. This knot, there's one deeper notch than the other one, and the deeper notch is because they cross, is to the high side to give it that. I think you're gonna have to check out your manual and make sure that that's right. Okay, and then you slide that in like that. Now you got this plastic piece here also that goes on here before you put the bolt in and slide everything together. Okay, boom. Put the bolt on, and you want to check these bolts and everything that you're putting together periodically, 5-6 times. Every time you shoot it, you want to make sure that everything stays tight. Okay? So now you got that together. So now here's the base for your bow, and there's a plug in here. Okay? I'm not going to plug it in because I'm not going to fire it, but that plug plugs into this one. So then you tuck them in together, and this is a nice fit. So they go like that. Bolt goes in here to hold that down. not going to tighten any of these up just because. And then a bolt goes over here. Alright, so now I'm going to put the camera tripod on the back of this. Oops, the long bolts here are for the camera tripod. The short bolts are for the side, and those will all be in there, so you'll know where they go. Put that one back in here just for... Okay, so that one's in. So now we find the holes for the camera tripod and get those started. And you don't want to tighten these up just yet. Okay, there's one. Oops, this goes like this. This knob is to the right, to my right. And you get this one started. Alright, there we go. So we both got them started. You want this camera tripod about in the middle. You can adjust that for the CG that you want, according to the weight that I'm also going to mount on here. So you tighten those up. Okay, now we've got this weight here, and that bolts on the bottom like that. Bam. Alright, make this straight. Make sure that this bolt here is tight all the way in here. Alright, so now we'll bring the base back up like that, and that pin bolt will slide in the hole here like that. Now this wire we talked about you having a plug for. Doesn't matter which way you plug it in. It's negative, positive, or negative, positive. Doesn't matter. It'll work. I got it wired so it should work with either one. So once you get this in here, you tighten this up with this bolt, or with the nut I mean, and you snug that baby down and you should be good to go. Alright, so now I'm going to turn this so you can see some things. Ah shoot, my camera moved. I'm going to take a look to see I'm still pointing in the right direction, and yes I am. Okay, this is your crank. It pulls out. It will not pull out if the crank is in here. It locks, so that has to be out. There's also a lever right here that will not let it pull out unless it's forward. So it pulls out. You do that. You push this back. When you hear it click, you know you're in the right position. So if it's not clicking, you don't want that, because the tension of the bow there'll be tension on here. This is a ratchet. So now it won't go backwards. The bow can't pull the release back. So once you pull it all the way back, it's going to automatically push this back the string, the bowstring will push that back. At that point is when you can release this and uncrank it until the tension is off, and then you lift. This will be at this point. At that point, you have to slide that forward, lift it off, and then the best place for it is about right here. You'll have I'm sending you a scope too, and that goes on here. That came with the bow, nothing that I had anything to do with. I want to make sure that everything's still in the picture here. Okay, it is. Alright, you see, when you fire the bow, remember the string pulled this the manual safety back? You have to physically push that forward. Red means dead, so that's a good memory deal or whatever. There's also an electric switch. Up is on. When you suck this, it's going to fire the bow. So you can have this on safe, back is safe, that's down, that's safe. It will not fire at this point. Red, you're dead. It still will not fire when you suck on this. You got to suck on it, not blow, until this is up. That will allow the electrical circuit to go. If for some reason at any point that you have this bow it does not fire with this, there is this slot right here that you can stick like an Allen wrench or something like that all the way through the slot, and this still has to be on fire. So red is dead. This not so much. If it's not working, then you'd have to send it back to me and I'd fix it, or you'll have to fix it or whatever. But this now goes to your trigger, and so when you pull that back, it's going to fire. So it's just to release the arrow in case this doesn't work, and you don't want to send it back, or you don't want to have a cocked bow while you're traveling around or whatever. So anyway, so this knob here, that will tighten it. See how it's floating down even with the weight? So that means you have to slide this back a little bit so you have a little more weight back here. That's what I'm talking about. You're going to have to adjust it to where you like. The tighter it is, the better off you are. Let me see, am I forgetting anything? I don't think, I think that's it. So if you have any questions, you have my email address, phone number, you can call me. I'm going to disassemble this and get it out to you tomorrow. I did notice something on the bow. It should be fine for now, but it's something that you want to pay attention to, and that this line right here was fraying. It was fraying when I had the bow. I mean, when I first got it. It's fine to fire, but I would take it in and get it checked out, or get a new string put on, or whatever. But that's all I got for you. Okay, good luck, have fun.